All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, East Carolina great Justin Hardy, fresh off a CFL game last night. Unfortunately, the Redblacks lose in a shootout, but glad to have you with us today. How you doing, Justin?
I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
Hey, good man. We've seen the Redblacks play in some low scoring games last night. Kind of a fun shootout. Unfortunately, didn't go your way, but five catches for you. I think 45 yards, and again, kind of up and down game. How much fun are those games to be a part of? I know a lot funner if you can win, but when the points are flying like that.
Very fun. Like you said, it'd be good to win, but at the same time, you never know with the CFL and especially the last 3 minutes of the game, anything can happen. So it's very fun to see.
And again, five catches for you, I think, and you got your some targets last night. How'd you feel about your performance?
I feel like I did what I could. With the opportunities that I did have. Just got to keep capitalizing on those.
How about a late Sunday game? You said what you got in early this morning. So is this Monday kind of a wash for you as a team, like a off day, I guess?
Yes, off day for us today. Usually after every game we have an off day, and then we'll come in and do like a rundown, watch film type thing, and then we'll start day one the next day.
You know your body, Justin. We've talked about that. You're very smart with it. So is today for you physically about recovery, or do you get any athletic work in at all?
Today is all recovery. I
Yeah,
don't really do a lot today.
gotcha.
Very, very little.
Justin Hardy joining us. How about at this point in the season, Justin? I know you want to start stacking some wins, but how you feeling about the season so far?
It's still early. It's a lot of games to be played. It's time for us to capitalize on the things that we are going through. Starting to get those wins now, early on, and just see what we can do when the playoffs times come.
No doubt. And us here in the States, kind of post 4th of July, man, football comes pretty quick. So we're getting into football mode here. We're starting to preview ECU's opponents and fall camp coming up next month. So getting excited about that. And speaking of some ECU football, Justin, I want to do a little ECU football trivia. This will be a fun trip down memory lane, but also see how much you remember your teammates in certain games. And I'm going to go four questions, one from each season you played here at ECU. And we'll
Mm.
start you out with the easy one. East Carolina beats North Carolina 70-14 in 2014. What linebacker got the second half started with a pick six for the Pirates?
Was that the game we played at home?
Yeah, 70-point game. Yeah, at home. This
Was that
linebacker had a pick six.
Zeke Bigger?
Zeke is correct. And look, you win by 56 points. So I don't know what, it was a lot of big plays there, but you can't think about this as a player, but as a fan, as a outsider, I was like, yeah, that's ball game. Like when he takes that one in,
Right, for
but
sure.
man, you got to have a ton of memories about that game, I would imagine.
Oh, for sure. Like leading up into that game, the year before they said the win was a fluke. We
Yep.
wasn't supposed to win. We got all that, and then they ended up coming to ECU and getting beat again. So I like to hear that.
Oh man, what was the guy? Was it Tim Scott or something? They had a defensive guy that
That
said
that
basically
name
what
sounds familiar.
he said that it was a fluke, and then after 2014 they asked him about it, and I think he said they just kept spanking us, so
Yep.
he didn't have much to say after that.
Right.
All right, so you got question one right, but this is just a bonus. This don't count. But
Okay.
do you remember the wide receiver that caught a touchdown right before halftime? Descended into halftime. He didn't have many touchdowns in his career. I think he was a local guy.
Brandon Bishop.
Brandon Bishop is correct. A big one right before the. So you guys finished. I know Donnie Kirkpatrick talked about the middle eight. I'm sure a lot of coaches do, but like the last four, the first half, first four to second half, y'all dominated the middle eight of that game, right?
Correct.
Correct. All right. Let's go to 2013. Let's go to the bowl game. Another easy one for you because you know it wasn't you. Who threw Shane Carden the touchdown pass?
Cam Worthy.
Cam Worthy is correct. Justin Hardy now 3 for 3. How about that one, Justin? That was your first bowl win. I guess only bowl win at ECU, right?
it was fun. Getting the chance to, like you said, get that win. It was definitely fun to be a part of that team.
How so? Bowl games. I mean, they're real games for you, but they're almost exhibitions as well. So going into that game, how much? I guess especially since you lost to Louisiana the year before, y'all probably really wanted that one, right? So what was
For sure.
the focus kind of going into that one?
Our second bowl game, well, this would literally be our third, I want to say. Third bowl game since I've been there. We just wanted to get that win, and Ohio, I think that's who we played, was a good opponent at the time, and we just went out there and just played our ball.
All right, Justin. Well, let's go back to 2012. I'm gonna raise the difficulty a little bit. ECU Marshall, 2012, 65-59, two overtimes. What wide receiver caught a 25-yard touchdown to start the first overtime? First play, Shane Carden to this receiver for a touchdown.
Overtime,
I believe he's a Charlotte native.
overtime.
I believe he
This is
wore
when we
number.
played them at home.
Yeah, you were at home. It was the last regular season game, at least home game, I think. I believe he wore number 19.
Oh, Bodie.
Andrew Bodenheimer had the
Bodie.
catch. Shane Carden ran it in
I remember
for
that
Shane Carden ran it in for the last touchdown, which ended up being the winner. But Bodie, he made some plays. He was a steady receiver for you guys.
for sure. Bodie was I guess you could say my vet coming in. He made sure everything was smooth.
Good deal. And I want to say, like, did he get into DJing or something, doing something with parties or something?
It wouldn't surprise me.
All right, let's go. Justin's first year playing. ECU beat UCF at home 38-31 in 2011. This speedy wide receiver, you had a touchdown in that game, Justin, but this guy had two touchdowns, including an 84-yard catch and run in the third
Reese
quarter.
Wiggins.
Reese Wiggins is correct. He can move, couldn't he?
That boy can slide.
That boy can slide. Speaking of sliding, that was a weird year because I saw also, I think he had a 50-plus yard touchdown run, Torrance Hunt, who switched over from DB, right? So was that the year Zico Pursuit was also running the ball? That was kind of a weird year for running back.
Yeah, it was a weird year. We had a lot of guys back there. I want to say, different guys. I want to say Torrance played receiver first, and
Okay.
then maybe transferred over to running back. But then again, he could have played a little DB as well. He was an athlete, so that doesn't surprise me either.
Yeah, I think y'all moved him all around because there was some,
Yeah.
I guess, injury issues in the backfield. So y'all,
Mm-hmm.
what was it like having a tight end playing run halfback for you, Zico Pursuit?
And he was a dog. I give him the ball.
Yeah. Did you say, "Hey,
was
I'll
tough.
take it"? You want to play some running back, or were you fine out there at
No,
receiver?
no, I was fine at receiver.
Didn't want to take them hits.
I'm good on those.
And I guess you had mentioned your third bowl. So you redshirt your 2010, Justin?
Redshirted my freshman year. We played against Maryland,
Yep.
and then I want to say the next year we played against
I think next year you missed the bowl in 20.
missed the bowl year, and then the following year, the next
Yep.
one after that.
Louisiana. You remember you remember Maryland's impact receiver
At
that
that
went on to
time,
play in the NFL? Ravens, and who else did he play for? Torrey Smith. Remember him?
okay, yep.
Yep.
We played with Carolina too.
Okay. Yep. He was the Maryland. He was the. I don't know how much
He
he
was
did
there
in
that
that
time?
game. What's that?
He was there that time.
Yeah, I believe so. I think he was. Check that for me. Check that for me there. Justin Hardy joining us. I'm gonna have to do this every week, Justin, because if nothing else, get you talking about some of your old teammates and old fun day. How do you kind of stack up those days as far as fun on the football field? Was that some of the most fun you ever had? Your ECU days?
For sure. For sure.
No doubt.
And I would only say that because of everything that we had else going on. We had to go to school, we had to work out, like all those things come tying together for us to have a lot of fun together.
Yeah, good stuff. Justin, what's the schedule look like? Who you got next in the CFL?
We play Hamilton this week.
All right.
We got an early turnaround this week, actually.
What's that?
I want
Thursday,
to say we
Friday?
play Friday
Got
Friday or Saturday.
Gotcha. Good stuff. Well, Justin, we'll check in with you again next week, man. Good job on the trivia, and maybe I'll throw a few more at you next week. But appreciate you joining us, courtesy of Social House Vodka. You can get the J Rock Limited Edition, Justin's own vodka, at socialhousevodka.com, and we'll talk to you next week, Justin.
Sounds good. Take care.